What if OpenAI ships a feature next Tuesday that kills your startup? What if Anthropic releases an agent on Wednesday that does what your SaaS does for free in everyone's browser? This is the fear keeping every SaaS bootstrapper awake at night, and I'm going to give you the honest answer. The threat is real. The threat is also wildly overstated, and the framework for not just surviving it, but also using it to accelerate your business is clearer than most people think. Let's break it down. First, let me validate the fear. It's real. AI is moving faster than any technology shift I've ever seen, and I've been in tech a long time. New features ship daily. Capabilities are basically doubling every few months. The things that were impossible last quarter are commoditized this quarter. That pace is genuinely unprecedented. But here's the part that should give you comfort. If you've been in tech long enough, you know that the only constant is change, and that change accelerates. This is normal. This happened with the internet, it happened with mobile, it happened with cloud computing. Every wave brought the exact same panic from people building on top of it. What if the platform ships my feature? That fear is the cost of admission to building on a moving foundation. The founders who win in these waves are not the ones who pick the safest rock. They're the ones who learn to ride the wave. They expected the change, they planned for it, and they used it. That's the mindset shift. AI is not happening to you. AI is the river. Your job is to learn how to swim in it. Now the bombshell, the thing nobody wants to say out loud. If your startup actually dies overnight because of a single new AI feature, then you probably didn't have a very strong value proposition to begin with. Now that's hard to hear, but think about it. A real value proposition is built on something that takes time to replicate. Customer relationships, workflow integration, domain expertise, data over time, a nuanced understanding of the industry. Those things don't get nuked by a model release. They get nuked by competitors who slowly execute over years. If a feature drop on a Tuesday wipes out your entire moat, what you built was a thin layer over someone else's tech. You built a wrapper, and the wrapper got wrapped. That's not a tragedy, it's a signal that if you wanted better protection, then you should have been building something deeper from the start. So when you're worried about AI disruption, ask yourself an honest question. If a model gets twice as good tomorrow, does that make my product more valuable to my customer or less? If the answer is less, then you have a wrapper. If the answer is more, then you have a real business. And the rest of this video is about how to make sure the answer for you is more. Here's something everyone's forgetting in the panic. Just because AI can do something today doesn't mean that every business will adopt it tomorrow. In fact, the business world is painfully slow to adopt new technology, and there's a reason for that. Real businesses have processes, they have compliance, they have regulators, they have legal teams, they have boards, they have employees with muscle memory. They have data sitting in 5 different SaaS platforms that don't talk to each other. They have a CFO who needs 3 quarters to approve a new line item. Big AI companies are learning this the hard way right now. Adoption curves for enterprise AI are way slower than the demos suggest. The models can write the email, sure, but rolling that out across a 5,000 person company means rewriting policies, retraining teams, and getting through 3 rounds of legal review. That just doesn't happen overnight. What this means for you is critical. The window between AI can do it and businesses actually use it is years, not weeks. That window is your runway. That's where your SaaS bootstrappers live. That's where you build your real product, get your customers entrenched, and become the trusted partner they call when they finally are ready to add AI into the mix. Let me break down why businesses aren't actually ready, because this matters for how you build. For one, hallucinations. AI is non-deterministic, so for the same input, you're going to get a different output sometimes. For most business workflows, that's a non-starter. Finance can't have AI guessing on a tax calculation. Healthcare can't have people inventing a dosage. Legal can't have it hallucinating a citation. Real businesses need predictable answers to the same question. 2, data security and exposure. Businesses now more than ever need their customer data, their internal data, their IP protected. Sending all that to a third-party model raises real risk. Most enterprise legal teams are not signing off on that without serious controls in place. The Vercel breach that just happened, that kind of incident makes every CISO think twice about the cautions and the issues surrounding AI integrations. 3, process and data fragmentation. Even if a business wanted to deploy AI agents to automate everything, the agents would hit a wall. Their processes aren't documented. The documentation that exists is out of date. Their data is scattered across 10 different systems. The agent can't act if it can't see. That's the brutal truth of AI native businesses right now. And 4, humans don't go away easily. Replacing a team with agents requires re-architecting how the company runs and operates. That's realistically months or even years of change management at minimum. Most companies aren't ready for that conversion, let alone the execution. And it all adds up, and you get a market that needs structure, predictability, and security, not magic. And that's where your SaaS should live. Now we get into the actual playbook. The single biggest mistake I see solo founders make right now is building an AI wrapper. ChatGPT for X, Claude for Y, a chat interface bolted onto a prompt. That is the riskiest position in the entire market because the model itself is the product and you don't own the model. The opposite approach is the safe and powerful position, which is to take an old, expensive, really painful problem in a real industry and solve it with a multifaceted product. Take law firms tracking time and billing, for example, like what I'm building with Clockless. That's been a problem for decades. The actual product isn't AI for legal billing. The actual product is the workflow, the integrations with their case management system, the exception handling, the reporting, the compliance, the audit trail, the team permissions, the data that they accumulate over time about how their firm bills and performs. That is the moat. It's 100 small things stitched together that solve a real problem. A new AI model can't disrupt that overnight because the AI model isn't the moat. The moat is the integration depth, the workflow knowledge, and the customer relationships you've built around it. So when you're picking what you build, pick something where the AI is one ingredient in a multi-course meal, not the whole dish. That's the difference between getting wrapped by the next model release and accelerating because of it. Here's the second piece of the playbook. Design your product to accommodate rich AI features when your customer is ready for them, not as the centerpiece, but as a layer that gets richer as the underlying tech improves. So what does that look like in practice? Your data model is structured so an AI agent could read it later. Your workflows have clear automation hooks. Your permissions are clean enough that you could let an AI take certain actions on behalf of a user. Your audit log is robust enough to track what humans did versus what AI did. You build for a world where the customer might say, okay, now I want AI to handle X, and you can flip it on and off for them. When you build that way, every advancement in AI makes your product more valuable to the customer, not less. Better models mean smarter automation inside your existing product. New capabilities slot into your existing surface area. You become the place where they use the new AI, not the thing that gets replaced by it. This is the inverted strategy. AI advances are not a threat. They're free fuel for your existing engine. Let me give you your 4-part strategy. If you do these 4 things, AI advancement stops being a threat and starts being an accelerator of your progress. 1. Solve a real age-old problem. Not a problem that exists because AI exists, a problem that existed before AI and will exist after AI. Industries with regulatory complexity, deep workflows, fragmented data, those are all gold. 2. Build the surrounding system, not just the AI features. Integrations, workflow, permissions, reporting, data accumulation over time, customer-centric configuration, the boring stuff that compounds, that's your moat. 3. Architect for AI ready. Clean data model, clean automation hooks, clean audit trail. So when the customer is ready for more AI, you're already there waiting. 4. Stay close to your customer. Know what their business needs are. Know what AI can do and can't do for that industry today. Be the trusted advisor who tells them when to add AI and when not to. That relationship is the one moat that no AI feature can ever wrap. Solve a real problem, build the system, architect for AI, stay close to the customer. 4 boxes. If you can check all 4, you can sleep at night even when Anthropic ships something brand new at 2 a.m. You can't defend against something you don't understand, so spend real time learning what AI is actually good at and what it isn't. And here's what AI is great at right now. Pattern matching on huge amounts of unstructured text, drafting first versions, summarizing, translating, generating boilerplate, doing creative work that doesn't have to be perfect. What it struggles with currently, deterministic outputs, complex multi-step workflows that require state, anything safety critical, anything where the cost of being wrong is high, anything that requires deep context about a specific business it's never seen, and anything where the user can't tell whether the answer is right. Map that against your customer's industry. The gaps are where you live. The places where AI can almost do something but not quite reliably enough for a real business. Those gaps don't close fast. They take years. That's where your SaaS goes. If you nail this map, AI advancement isn't a disruptor, it's an accelerator that quietly gets you absorbed into the value that you deliver. If you want help making sure that the SaaS idea you're building has a real moat and isn't just a wrapper, the SaaS Idea Validator is free at bootstrappersparadise.com in the free tools section. It'll score your idea against everything we've reviewed here. And if you want to make progress on your SaaS business even faster, apply for my private coaching program so we can work one-on-one on wherever you're stuck. If you want an even deeper version of this conversation specifically about how AI agents fit into your SaaS over time and the 3 strategies to use agents instead of being replaced by them, watch my Is SaaS Dead episode next. It's a perfect companion to this one. Link is in the description, and I'll make sure it shows up on the screen as well too. Remember, don't let AI fear stop you. Build deeper, stay close, and keep shipping.